Hey guys, what's up? It's GoDev, and today we're going to talk about the new bot that we just got access to thanks to Featherweight Games and being a content creator for this community. We got access to the new bot, Tether. As you can see, my bot is hanging around with me as my partner as we talk about him today and determine, is he worth it? What type of things you can expect when experimenting with him? And before we start this video, remember this bot is still in the testing phase. It hasn't been officially released, so there are some things that you'll see that aren't quite right that are associated to this bot, but you'll see in a little bit what I mean. And they're still doing some testing and final modifications to the bot and how it plays in the field. So it's going to play a little bit differently than what you'll see here today and how you will see it on its final deployment. So stick around, drop a like, subscribe to the content, and sit back and enjoy the ride. And there we have it. We finally unlocked Tether. I'm really excited to see the kind of bot that he becomes because he's like a tentacle kind of bot that is supposed to entrap the enemies and keep them where they are. Now, he is a special bot. He's not a rare, he's not an epic, he's not a common, he's a special. So he'll be able to be accessed. Pretty much anybody in the game will be able to unlock him, and they're going to come out with how to use him. Let's go ahead and take a look at this bot real quick. So as you can see at the base stats, his health is pretty decent. He's got a 40 attack. His DPS is 57, which means 57 per second, and his speed is 12. So I would rate him kind of low. If you've watched my tier videos, card up in the top if you haven't taken a look at that. He's okay. He's not super great. I'm not, like I said, he's a special. So we got to remember, you got to compare him to the other special type bots. You could probably rank him somewhere in the 2 or 3, not 2, maybe 3 or 4, because he is a support type bot. His attack is low. His health is pretty high for being as low level that he is now. But I'm really looking at the amount of damage he can put out. But remember, he's a support bot. Support bots aren't really supposed to put a whole lot of damage out. They're just supposed to help assist the allies. And depending on how you build your team will really depend on if you're going to find much of a use for Tether. And already looking at him before taking him out in the field, my first impression is he's meant to be used at a little bit of a range, and depending on how his tether work will depend on what kind of bots we should put with him. We definitely should be using any long range type bots with him. He should be used with a lot of close range, brawlers, evaders, probably not, and tanks. So really brawlers and tanks are the two categories I can put. I feel like this support bot will be really good with. The long range, I'm going to say not really, because he is a ranged bot that locks enemies in place. As you can see in his abilities, we'll cover in a few moments, you'll understand a little bit better. We're going to go ahead and speed upgrade him all the way up to 20. Let's go ahead and do that now. Now that we unlocked him to level 10, he's kind of cool looking. He adds like a little head faceplate there with some knee pads, pretty basic upgrades. And now let's push him out to level 20. Now that Tether is level 20, let's go ahead and take a look at him real quick. I was able to upgrade his AI just a little bit using him in the open field just before this. And it's pretty interesting to see his AI. We'll cover it very quickly and very as a brief overview because we don't really know much about him. And I don't want to afford and spend a $500 reset on him, and said we'll just kind of talk it over him and figure out what the best plan. So just basic overview is most bots have health, right? And most increase your normal attack damage. Some have the ability to reduce the ability to reduce the cooldown for his special ability and his secondary ability so that he can fire off his skills a little bit faster. Let's go ahead and take a quick look. So he's got a piercing stare, which is allowing him to glancing at the enemies, and it goes through one bot and through another. So that allows it to hit multiple bots and doesn't stop. So that's good. I went ahead and unlocked that. I could have went with the health, but I don't feel like I'm going to need the health that much. He is going to be supported by other bots, so I don't think that the health is necessary here. The second one is Quick Grasp. That's automatic, so it automatically gets his super charge as soon as he lands, which is good. And it's a hug, right? So we've got Grasp and Group Hug. So Grasp is that instant closest bot to it. It grabs him and keeps him still. So putting him near another bot wouldn't be a bad idea. And moving on to the third one, we've got Extra Enthusiasm, which is a Group Hug cooldown by 20%. This is his active skill. If you want his skill to go off more frequently, you want to go with this. And then you have Unstoppable, immune to slow and immobilizing effects. I don't like this one. I would definitely go more on the A side and just cool down his super ability so it can fire off more quickly. He's going to fire off his Grasp every 6 seconds, and if you decrease his Hug, then he's firing off his Grasp and Hug at the same time. So I wish there was a stun in between this, but I know that they're probably not going to implement that. That's why he's only a special and not a rare. And I could take his movement speed, but I would rather not. I like the Glance does more damage because his DPS is quite low. I need more attack for him, so I would increase more attack if possible and take that over his lock ability to Group Hug everybody. And lastly, we have Grasp and Group Hug slightly drains enemy bots' ultimate abilities, which is a great final skill, as well as enemies take 30% more damage. I could go with the more damage, but you have to be they have to be being attacked in order for the more damage to take effect. I'd rather reduce all the enemies' abilities to recharge their supers than worry so much about decreasing damage. And I'm probably going to test this out whenever I max it out and then reset it to see how the other one feels. It looks like this tier will mostly stay in the A. Now let's move on and take this bot out into the field. Okay, so let's go ahead and take him out. I made a video just a few moments ago and I didn't have my mic on. So let's go ahead and try taking him out again and see how well he does in the open field. Now, just to show you, because remember, his bot isn't really going to perform as it normally would whenever they're ready to release it for everybody. Let me grab this bot pack real quick. Oh no. Okay, well, we're gonna battle Mort first and see how well we do. Now remember, Mort is a long range, so he's probably not gonna do that well because ranged and any type of weapon ability is not gonna do well with him. So let's go ahead and counter with close range, Bulwark, and we could put him up in the middle, but remember he has to be able to attack them, and he does have a slicer there. So we're actually, let's see how well he does sitting behind. Now you're gonna look for the 6-second ability. So he's able to see that glaze, it actually goes through like a full shot. He locked them in place. You see that right there? It's remnants of him getting locked in place. You see the super again though. It's done. So not bad. Remember, I put 2 close range on top of the middle of the areas of the bots. Where are you going? I'm going into saltwater swamp. My poor bot won't survive. Let's go ahead and see how he does against Froggie. Now again, these are our wild bots that we are facing. And these are ranged bots as well. Now remember, Frogger does do a poison, so we're gonna have to be cautious about that. But I think it'll be pretty okay. Not super worried. I do want to see his skill go off. So there's this first 6-second skill. There's all of it right there. You see all of them get trapped in place. Activate a poison. Oh, and Ram knocked them all out of the way. I want to use Halo Or not. Ooh, I can almost get his next AI spot, so that's good. He's okay so far. Not super impressed. There's definitely some things about him that I don't like, but overall, pretty okay. Oh, well, I was hoping the dog would be a little bit slower, but the dog bandit was a lot faster than I needed. So this is an open field with one tree. So let's put Ram in the middle, Bulwark on the side, and we'll put Tether on the other side. Getting some range. There's Pupil. I want to activate that. Now, so he's going to lock him in place. Remember, they... Oh, gosh, poor Pupil. Oh, no. So he's almost dead. I can use my fan to push him out of the way because I knew that he was about to die. I'm going to use his super now. Lock him in place. Remember, Froggie is a distance, so keeping him up close and personal is probably best. Now, let's go ahead and do the level up. You're get you automatically, the grasp is auto charged for you, so that'll be definitely helpful. I want to see how what it does against Frosty. So let's see how well he survives against a double attack. So this is a double team. 2 buffaloes. Okay. Ram, Bulwark, and we'll put Tether up top, keeping him in line of sight of both enemy areas. Why is Ram going over there? Slicer was right there. So Bulwark did pretty good. Good shots. You can hit both of those bots, multiple at the same time. Not too bad. Get behind. There you go. I think Mort was locked in place. Now remember, Mort is a long range, so having Tether there to keep him locked in place so that my melee bots can come up after him is pretty beneficial. And as you can see, Slicer up here is taking advantage of the fact that I have to be right on top of you. So he's locked them in place there, but Mort in his ranged ability was able to take him out. Let's go ahead and use Virus here to come in and save the day with his special ability. Oh, I've already used a charge on him. See how Mort is now under control by Virus. Oh, it worked. I didn't go trap both. Can't do anything anyways because he's trapped. So, there you go. That was pretty good. I want to do some more different type of bots. I've gotten those 2. Oh, we can use Bombee over here. Oh, I need that. I need that. I need to come back. Okay. There's a Bombee. Alright. So let's see how well he does against Bombee. Now remember, Bombee has a self-destruct option we have to be careful of, and it's not going to be very good for us if they have their abilities go off. So let's mix some ranged. Let's bring, yeah, that should be okay. Now I'm going to use my fan. See how he's chasing after. He was able to lock him in place and keep his explosion from going off. So he went off a few times, actually very helpful in making sure that my long shot was able to get away. So this is part of the reason why I do like him, but he's not applicable in every single situation. Now let's face Thump. Now, I don't like the spot a whole lot. He does have a really annoying stun that gets me very frustrated. But that means that we need to use a mix between range and close combat attacks with him. So I'm going to put long shot up there. We'll put Tether behind long shot. And we'll put Bulwark in the front. So hopefully this guy... Oh, they have a Frosty too. I didn't even notice the Frosty. So he's going the wrong direction. And he just got swamped. And I don't think I can save him. Nope. I got his super ability just before. Yeah, that Frosty is super annoying. Let's go ahead and freeze him in place. Let's get my guys up here. Use Halo. So that match wasn't too bad. Did okay. Now there was a Frosty there. He didn't last long. Again, he's not good for the mid-level gamer. He's better for the early game. There's some other bots that are probably better than him. And if you have access to, you could probably use them over use him over Tether. So again, it goes back to situational. So depending on the type of situation and the other type of bots you have on your team, he could be good, but there are definitely better bots than him right now. I like him, but I wouldn't put him on my primary team. I'm probably going to pull him off here in the next few days after I do a little bit more testing, different types of trials where I like to use him, and where and who I think he would do the best with. Now, that's pretty much going to wrap it up for this. I don't have a lot more to talk about him. I'm going to go fight one more boss that I saw up here that I need because I need boss coins. That's not a boss. And I'm going to wrap this video up. Hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to drop a like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Check out my other Botworld videos that you'll see clipped here, card up at the top to see my whole Botworld playlist and just take a look at them. I really enjoy this game, and I again thank you to the builders of this game at Featherweight Games for giving me and the other content creators the ability to access this bot and the other content early. Thank you so much again for your support. But for now, guys, just keep it real.